Part of what makes solution-focused brief therapy so difficult is oftentimes the clients don't follow the script. For example, when we do solution-focused brief therapy, we start off our sessions by establishing the desired outcome from the session, most often by asking a question that sounds like, what are your best hopes from our talking? Now, this is drastically different than traditional psychotherapy, which usually will ask like a problem-focused question, what brings you into therapy? We're in essence asking, what is your desired outcome from therapy? Or even more basically, what do you want from our work? But very often, clients give us problem-saturated responses. So for example, what are your best hopes from our talking? A client will say, my husband is a big jerk, or my wife and I don't get along, or gosh, I'm so very, very depressed. Almost as if they didn't really hear the essence of our question, right? Because if I say, what are your best hopes from our talking? You saying, I'm very, very depressed is not really the answer to the question. But very often that's how clients respond. So in a solution-focused session, the professional has to be skilled at being able to take these responses and continue the questioning process that is in line with helping the client identify what their desired outcome is from the therapy, because in solution-focused brief therapy, we can't really do our job until we know what the client's desired outcome is. So the most powerful, important phrase that a solution-focused therapist must know is the phrase or the concept instead. So if I say, what are your best hopes from our talking? And the client says, I'm so depressed, then we immediately start using instead to help the client think of what they'd like in replacement of. So what are your best hopes from our talking? I'm so depressed. Well, what would you rather be after our talking? Do you see how that takes that concept of instead and challenges the client to describe what they'd like in present language as opposed to just talking about the problem? This really is one of the most key and important aspects of solution-focused practice, because very often clients talk about the problem because that's the only language they have. In this example, just using depression, clients have been struggling with this problem for so long. If I ask you a desired outcome question, the only language you have is associated with the problem. So I don't mean to say that the client is somehow answering wrong. They're just answering with the language they have. But it's up to me, the professional, to be able to pose another question to keep the conversation going in a way that is representative of solution-focused brief therapy. So I could say, what do you want instead? How would you rather be feeling? What would you have instead of that that would give you a clue that somehow our work was beneficial to you? All of those concepts are so key. So you must understand how to use the question and the phrase and the ideology of instead in order to use solution-focused brief therapy effectively. Because this is a skill. Solution-focused brief therapy is a skill. It's something that needs to be honed. A good friend of mine, someone I respect tremendously, Harry Corman, refers to it as a language game. You must know how to use language to keep the description going, and it starts with understanding what to do when the client talks about the problem, and the most powerful thing you can do is use the concept of instead to help turn problem language into solution language. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please help me spread the word by giving me a like, give me a share on social media, interact with me. I love when people leave comments and I get to chat with them. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.